Shots fired, put the gloves on, gloves up, guns down, we back at it. We got Yonde in the building. Come to talk about a few things. What's going on, Yonde?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You gotta grab the mic here now.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay, we we gotta start off with your first fight that you had. I wanna backtrack and go over a couple things. First of all, when you got called out to fight, what was you feeling like?
Honestly, I was really nervous because I've never had to fight before. So it was like a challenge and it was nerves. So really it was just about me, honestly. So I had to get over my nerves and I accepted that fight.
So you got called out to a fight and you was kind of nervous, but you wasn't going back down, so you just basically jumped out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you first came in, you actually stood the wrong way,
Yeah.
like how most people do. They come out with their power hand first, and I worked with you. A few other people worked with you, and you basically changed your style within that month's time to get ready for a fight. Was you nervous about going out there with this new style, or was you kind of more confident if you'd have went out there with your old style?
I was actually more confident with the new style because the old style was just something that I seen people do and it was like comfortable for me. But once I learned the orthodox stance and all that, it was way better. Like the way I swung was better. Just everything was better. Like y'all see the clips. It was just so much better.
Yeah, you can check that fight out on YouTube. You can put in Yonde versus is it Yonde Don Dada?
It's John Dada.
Yon Dada. Well, you spell it for him.
It's something like the Don Dada. So it's John Dada, YAN space DADA.
Versus Ty. Ain't she spell hers TYE? Okay. Well, that's on our shots fired, gloves up, gloves down. Gloves up, guns down playlist if you want to check us out on Shots Fired BRL on YouTube. Okay, so let's go back to the training before the fight. Training before the fight, I noticed that you had a few problems with being rushed, standing in front of people and knowing that the punch is coming. What was the hardest part about training?
Getting over the fear of getting hit was like the hardest part. So like you worked with me on the rushing and actually getting hit, which helped a lot in the fight because once I got hit, I snapped out of it and I remember what I learned in here and that was just to move. So yeah, the hardest part was learning how to take a hit and being okay and still being focused and still having your eyes set on that target. So yeah, I overcame that too, which is nice.
Okay. Well, when we watched the fight, we've seen a lot of things that we practiced you used, and we've seen a lot of things that you didn't use that we practiced. And so that was your first fight in this league. How you feel about future fights? Would you take another fight?
Most definitely. I'm really actually excited to take another fight because I learned more things and I'm trying to do everything I learned in the ring instead of switching back to the old stance and all that. So I'm very excited. I'm very ready. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready all the time. So if y'all looking for a match, I'm still a beginner though. So.
Well, we're looking for a match for you. And anybody that, if you want to jump in the ring and you're female, you want to get some work in, holler at us. We can line you up. Outside of that, how you feel about the full movement of the gloves up, guns down? I know you had a couple up and down moments with your opponent and people in the crowd. Being that this is a positive movement, did you still feel positive when you got to the ring, or did you feel like it was turned into a little more like a hood situation?
That was a great question. Leading up to it, it did turn negative. Even during the fight, before we fight, it was a lot of commotion and things like that. But after everything was said and done and after the smoke cleared, and when we both actually understood the bigger picture, it became more of a positive thing where now she trains with me in the afternoon. And that says a lot about the movement, that it could bring people together because a lot of people wanted the smoke to still be there and for drama to still be there. So for us to come back together and actually work together says a lot about the whole movement. So I'm with it. Like, I'm so with it.
So basically, what started out was a friendly call out turned into turbulence, and then with the movement, y'all was able to work this out. And now that y'all got past that, y'all kind of cool now, where y'all can train together, see each other. There's no beef. That's the point of the movement. The point of the movement is to bring people together that might not have got along or might have had some type of difference, and they rather throw the gloves on or rather just get out there and be competitive. It's not always about beef, but the gloves up, guns down is to try to help people realize that sometimes you can get out there, have some fun, or you can get out there and solve some problems without taking yourself out of the game, tricking yourself off the street. You were in here with a lot of the guys that's working, and it's like you, Shay, and now we got Ty, and now they got a girls group to come in for training. How do you feel about the exercise? Do you feel like that you're doing anything with the exercise? Do you feel like your body's changing? Do you feel like you got more gas? You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about the whole program, like the exercise involved?
I actually left Planet Fitness to come over here. And I feel like I do get a better exercise, a better workout, because punching and moving actually works everything. I actually lost 10 pounds, which is dope. And it's my fault I gained it back. But I'm going to get back in here and I'm going to practice some more. It helps. Like, even working with the guys, sparring with the guys, that helps too. And your fighting stance and everything else. So it makes you go the next step. It makes you try to keep yourself up there with the guys. So that's nice too. And it helped. It helped me throw some punches and take some punches, so I really appreciate that.
Well, you got any advice for anybody that's stepping in your shoes, coming in the game? Would you tell them? What would you tell them? Would you tell them it's a hard transition, or is it more of a dedication thing?
It's definitely dedication. I would definitely, not to get on no emotional things, but especially if you're in a domestic violence relationship, I would tell you to take boxing classes, because not only does your confidence boost up, but everything else. And you'll overcome a lot. Like, you'll overcome a lot. I lost the question, but I'm going to go ahead, keep going. I do want more females to get involved in it. Like, I'm 30, I just turned 30, and I feel like the $1 Million Baby, that's my favorite movie right now. So I do want more females to get involved in this and just to learn the proper way to fight, because I'm telling you, I go everywhere by myself now. It's just not to be cocky. It's just a whole confidence thing. Like, that you'll be okay because you have the basic knowledge of boxing. So I definitely, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, we definitely are here from 5:30 to 7. So come check us out.
Definitely. It's another one from Shots Fired, Gloves Up, Guns Down. Check us out on YouTube, Shots Fired BRL. And we're going to come back with a couple more people for the interview. We get back with y'all.